This video is being reshot. Good morning, everybody. We're going to start the James Taylor Covers Review Series today with the first record in the series. Is just called Covers, and it was released on September 30th of 2008. And both of the records in this series were recorded in January of 2008. And both of them were recorded at James's home studio in his barn in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, with his road band, which included Arnold McCullough, David Lasley, Andrea Zahn on fiddle and vocals, Steve Gadd on drums, Larry Golding on keyboards, and I believe Lou Marini and Walt Fowler on horns, and Lou is from the Blues Brothers band. I love these records. Most of these songs, or a couple of these songs that are on the first record, James had been doing for years in his concerts. They were a part of his set list for years. In particular, the Junior Walker and the All-Stars song Roadrunner. I'm a Roadrunner. He had been doing that since the mid-70s. I think he started maybe doing it right around the time Gorilla came out, in I believe 76 or 70, I think 76. But I have several favorites on the first record. Among them, his version of Hound Dog, which he does it in more the style of the original, which was written by Big Mama Thornton, and it's more in her style, which is rather bluesy rather than the Elvis take on it. And I know this is kind of sacrilege to say this, but I prefer the bluesy version of Hound Dog to Elvis's. And on a side note, I wish Elvis had done it like that in concert in the 70s. But everybody wanted to hear the version that they were used to. But back to the record. Another favorite of mine is the George Jones song "Why Baby Why," and I wish he had cut a studio rendition of "She Thinks I Still Care." He did do a live rendition of it, which during the New Moonshine tour, which can be found on his live record, which we will be covering in a later review. But I wish he had done a studio rendition of it, because I just love the live version of it. And another one of my favorites, or a couple other favorites of mine, from their first covers record include Not Fade Away and Summertime Blues by Buddy Holly and Eddie Cochran originally. And as far as Not Fade Away goes, I was super excited to finally have a studio rendition of James's version of it because I love the version that he did on the Hourglass tour in 1998 that can be seen on the Beacon Theater show, which we will be reviewing also down the road. But one of my absolute favorites from the record is James's version of the old John Anderson number, Seminole Wind, not to be confused with John Anderson of Yes. But I just love this number, and actually it was James that kind of made me want to explore John's catalog, and so I thank him for that. And so overall, I hope you enjoy this record.